Good morning, everyone. Today we will talk about taxation and judicial system according to Shukra. We have been studying paper second of BA part first, and here we go. When we talk about the taxation system, Shukra recommends collection and augmentation of treasury for the welfare of the people and maintenance of army and performing yagyas. And according to Shukra, only such treasury can be the cause of happiness to the king here and after. Second one is, according to Shukra, there should not be any taxes during the crisis. Pilgrim places and temples, temples should never be taxed. And according to Shukra, there should be limits on taxes. Limits on taxes, that's mean a king cannot tax the public or impose the tax only for the interest of himself. The main aim of the collection of the taxes should be welfare of the public. And but he grants complete immunity to the king for confiscating the entire property of bad men as well as sinners, seizing the wealth of the neighboring princes by force, and by using other means. And according to Shukra, king should spend one third of his state income on army and half of his one third of charity. Here, next one is judicial system. Shukra is very much aware about judicial administration. Sources of law are dharmshastras, usages, conventions, and commands of the sovereign. And according to Shukra, that there should be dand or punishment. There should be a system of dand or punishment for the culprits, and courts should be open, public, and freely approachable. Dand of the king awards punishment after proper judicial dispensation, and several types of punishment have been prescribed, as such as scolding, imprisonment, donkey riding, amputation, death, etc. Only qualified persons are permitted to conduct judicial business. Panchayats too had duty of rendering justice, and appeal, revision, or review could be made against decisions of the court. And the king, along with Prag Vivag, that is lawyer, Amatya, Brahmin, and Purohit, made public hearing of crimes and offences. And courts have to have public hearing. Only the king does not sit like a judge, but is supported by Pragvivag, Pandit, Amatya, Brahmins, Purohit, and there is Vichar Sabha jury for specific cases. And the most important thing that he prefers Brahmins but opens the door to all castes for judicial appointments. This is gradation of courts from lower to higher. They are decentralized in town and countryside. And judicial pronouncements were based on factors like hetu, that is logical argument, achar, the conduct, shapath, oath, and there are so many factors in this judicial system. And we can say, let's conclude, we can say that Shukra has set up a very fine or a very systematic judicial procedure, or the hearings in the court. And in this system he has control over the king's authority as well, that the king will have to uh, judge along with or with the help of Pragvivak, Amatya, Brahmin, and Purohit. That's mean in judicial system, king cannot be a dictator, or he cannot use his powers according to his will. He will have to respect the public opinion, and as well as he will appoint qualified persons as judges, and he will seek their advice and while doing judicial functions, while performing judicial duties. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.